performing his legal duties. So we're going to respond to that and try to take into custody the people that are suspected of doing it. I mean, that's where it begins and ends.
Yep.
There was a mole working for the Russian government.
We want you to go undercover in FBI headquarters.
Sources friendly to the United States are being executed.
He grabs me by the lapel. He lifts me up onto my toes.
Did he have a weapon on him? Would he try to use it?
He's armed. I'm not. My handler says run.
Who ordered the Wednesday sunshine? It's bright and warm, ready to go. I'll show you, though, when precipitation is coming back. Live from downtown Marquette, it's your 19 News.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sarah Blakely. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, at least 6 people are dead in Ohio after a semi-truck slams into the back of a school bus. Details on the highway crash while the students were on their way to a school conference. Plus, Palestine's plan for evacuating citizens from Gaza as the Israeli military surrounds a hospital there. We have the latest. And the changes coming to Marquette Township's annual Christmas tree lighting ceremony. We'll tell you who's taking over. Your 19 News starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
Cloudy and cool tonight for us. Ariane, how low are we going to get overnight?
I know, I'm going to sound like a broken record once again, but we'll be in that 25 to 35 degree range. Although this evening we could even see some 40s out there. I'll show you definitely after the break. We are expecting, though, those winds to return on Thursday. Luckily, we've got a very nice Wednesday ahead of us. I've got details on that as well. And then a chance of showers returning with the rain, maybe even some snow on our Thursday night. Today we saw a high of 49 degrees out at that National Weather Service station. Again, your full forecast after the break.
Thank you very much, Ariane. Developing now, a fiery crash between a charter bus and a semi-truck in Ohio. At least 6 people were killed and 15 others injured in the horrific crash involving 5 vehicles, including the bus carrying 57 high school students. Reporter Lacey Crisp is on the scene.
The semi hit the back of the bus. Semi and bus are currently on fire.
Flames and heavy smoke could be seen pouring from the charter bus this morning after it was struck along a busy stretch of highway in central Ohio. It's unclear how many of the dead and injured are students.
There is children trapped on the bus.
The Tuscaroras Valley High School marching band, including sophomore Tori Wilson, were on their way to perform at a conference in Columbus moments before the deadly collision.
I could be one of the kids right now that is, not here.
Wilson managed to make it off the bus just moments before it went up in flames.
It was a great relief being off the bus, but my mind kept going back to the kids that were on that bus that could not get off. And I just kept thinking to myself, if I wasn't able to get myself pulled out, I probably would have just burned up in that bus.
The National Transportation Safety Board is sending a team to investigate.
In total, we have or will have 16 personnel here as part of the investigation. That includes 9 investigators and 2 NTSB personnel that are part of our Transportation Disaster Assistance Team, which works with the families and survivors after significant events.
And that conference where Tori's marching band was supposed to perform was canceled in light of today's tragedy.
Here at home, we're still working to get more details about the shooting that took place last night in Houghton. Police say the victim was found in the men's bathroom at a local establishment. Houghton police say the shooting happened around 7 p.m. yesterday downtown. A 53-year-old man was killed and found with a gunshot wound. Police say a suspect is in custody at the Houghton County Jail, and no further information will be released until that person is arraigned. WZMQ will provide updates as they become available. With Israeli troops surrounding Gaza's largest hospital, Palestinian authorities are proposing a supervised evacuation of the complex where many civilians are sheltering. Skylar Henry reports from Washington.
Israel's military released new footage showing soldiers on the ground in Gaza as they continue their campaign to crush Hamas. The IDF says it's now in control of the Hamas parliament and other key government buildings. Hamas released footage of its own, showing one of its fighters firing a bazooka. As the conflict rages into a 6th week, the humanitarian crisis continues to grow. Palestinians used hammers and their bare hands to find survivors at this site of this refugee camp, hit by an Israeli airstrike late Monday. Fighting is also intensifying around Gaza's Al-Shifa hospital. Israel claims Hamas is using the medical center as a command post, but Hamas denies the accusation.
Hamas and PIJ members operate a command and control node from Al-Shifa Hospital in Gaza City. They have weapons stored there.
Gaza's Hamas-run health ministry says at least 40 patients, including 3 babies, have died since emergency generators there ran out of fuel Saturday. Israel's military says it's trying to deliver incubators to potentially move babies to safer locations.
Our war is against Hamas, not against the people in Gaza, especially not the sick.
Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says he's working relentlessly for the release of the hostages being held. And President Biden had this message for their families.
Hang in there, we're coming.
Hamas says it's ready to release up to 70 women and children hostages in exchange for a 5-day ceasefire.
The Hamas-run Gaza Health Ministry says more than 11,000 Palestinians have died in the conflict. At least 1,200 Israelis have also died. The March for Israel has wrapped up tonight in Washington, D.C. The large demonstration was organized quickly to match dozens of pro-Palestinian rallies taking place across the country as threats against Jewish people are on the rise. Natalie Brand was there.
Tens of thousands descended on the National Mall in a march for Israel against anti-Semitism.
Since October 7th, there has been literally an explosion of violence against Jewish people.
We are here united, Democrat and Republican, House and Senate, to say we stand with Israel.
Speakers included lawmakers and family members of the hostages still being held in Gaza. Organizers and the families called for their safe release.
Bring Omer and all of the hostages home now.
The demonstration brought groups from synagogues and Jewish organizations from as far as California.
I think that the impact of this march will really be heard across the entire nation.
The Department of Homeland Security designated the highest level of security possible for this demonstration. DHS says since the start of the Israel-Hamas war, there's been an increase in reports of threats against Jewish, Arab American, and Muslim communities.
In the end, Palestinians should also understand it's a fight for them as well.
Israeli President Isaac Herzog also took part with a live message from the Western Wall in Jerusalem.
We, the people of Israel, are eternal, and no one will break us.
Organizers say they want to show the world that Jewish communities should be able to live without terrorism and free of hate.
Around the UP, a Delta County organization is making sure every family has a delicious Thanksgiving meal. Mission of Hope is hosting a turkey drive with turkeys provided by Walmart at a discount to the nonprofit. Anyone in need of a turkey this Thanksgiving can fill out the registration form on the Mission of Hope Facebook page, and turkeys will be available for pickup this Friday at Wellspring Community Church in conjunction with its Community Friendsgiving.
Here we had this idea when inflation just started to hit, and obviously it's continued, to try and help families to still be able to have a nice Thanksgiving at home. We're super excited to be able to be a little part of helping people have some hope and a great Thanksgiving together.
You still have a little bit of time to register. Today's the last day to sign up for the turkey drive or Friendsgiving. Just visit WZMQ19.com. And a Marquette Township store is offering the whole Thanksgiving meal with all the fixins. Super One Foods is offering Thanksgiving dinners in the deli section for as low as $40. The family dinner includes an 8 to 10 pound fully cooked butterball turkey, old-fashioned bread stuffing, mashed potatoes, and rolls, all wrapped up in one. Super One will have limited quantities and asks those interested to pre-order a meal. Some changes are coming to this year's Marquette Township Christmas tree lighting ceremony. Media Brew Communications has teamed up with Goodwill this year for the celebrations. A 31-foot tall artificial tree has already been installed in the Westwood Mall parking lot. At the ceremony, a dance team will perform, Marquette Super One Foods will provide hot dogs, and Santa himself will light the tree. And there may be a couple of other visitors too.
Enjoy a good time. The Grinch is probably going to make a visit. I don't know. He's been known to show up. If he does, we have the Sheriff's Department there. We'll take care of him. And you know what? Let's just make 2024 a great year.
The ceremony takes place this coming Monday, November 20th at 6 p.m. Actors at the historic Brown Mart Theater in Iron Mountain are preparing for opening night of a holiday classic, but this production has a twist. WZMQ's Iron Mountain Bureau reporter Amy Doyle has the story.
This week, dress rehearsals are currently underway for the trial of Ebenezer Scrooge. Let's go get a sneak peek at what's happening.
A couple of the actors are sharing what they're most excited to bring to the production.
Bah! Humbug.
I'm just excited to try to just go over the top with this character. She's very proper, but she's so emotional.
Jeremiah Garrigas Corteliu is starring as Ebenezer Scrooge himself. He's reflecting on the play as a new twist on a holiday classic.
That's fun. It's a good way to have a new play, but still recap the story and hit on some new ideas, and we get a fun surprise.
The play's costume designer says one of the costumes in the show took 2 weeks to get it just right. She also says many of the costumes have been recombined from the original version of A Christmas Carol.
The ghost of Christmas future. He is really creepy. Since then, in the 2 years he's been used, that costume has been used about 4 times.
Jana Vish was cast for the role of Sarah Ann Wainwright. She wants her audience to know that even with a classic tale, there's always more to be discovered.
Especially if they've seen The Christmas Carol before, which most people have. I hope that they just get like, hey, there is more to the story. This is the end of that story.
The play may have a fresh twist, but it'll stay true to the same holiday spirit.
It really does hit on a nice point about, the original Christmas Carol, we'd learned about, the spirit of Christmas, it's great. And then also, but maybe we could be great all the year.
And there is nothing which it professes to condemn with such severity as the pursuit of wealth.
Doors open at 6 for Friday night's opening show. Amy Doyle, WZMQ 19 News, Iron Mountain.
The production has multiple shows throughout the weekend. We'll have details on show times and how to get tickets at WZMQ19.com. Your first warning weather forecast is coming up after this break, plus who the city of Negaunee partnered with tonight to showcase the latest improvements and those to come downtown. And the new report on inflation shows it's cooling down, but where consumers are still paying more than before. We're back in 2 minutes.
19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture.
Shop our huge selection of Amish-crafted dining room sets at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Browse our large in-stock collection and customize with a special order. With 1-year no-interest financing available, plus free delivery. Shop Kirkish Furniture today.
John's Auto has big food. And it's still John's Auto, which means clean cars and great service. Come see for yourself. John's Auto Marquette.
Tonight on The Late Show. Why are we whispering? Colbert's New with Rachel Maddow. Tonight on CBS.
Hi friends, Richard Karn here. Now I'm known as the guy who can fix just about anything, but the technology in most appliances requires very special training to fix. And that's why my family has Choice Home Warranty.
Choice Home Warranty covers over 25 major home systems and appliances. That's your AC, heating, plumbing, kitchen and laundry appliances, and so much more.
Imagine for less than a cup of coffee a day, Choice Home Warranty can help protect you from expensive major system and appliance breakdowns that your homeowner's insurance doesn't cover.
Call Choice Home Warranty now and get access to a nationwide network of over 15,000 technicians and the latest appointment setting technology so you'll know when they're on their way.
So, do what this old DIYer did and call Choice Home Warranty now before something breaks down.
Get protection for your heating, AC, plumbing, kitchen and laundry appliances, and more. Call for your free quote today. Call in the next 5 minutes and get your first month free. 800-418-1754. 800-418-1754.
atom 12, 1 atom 12.
1 atom 12?
1 atom 12, 1 atom 12.
1 atom 12, roger.
That's right. There's only 1 atom 12.
I'll remember that.
Atom 12, weekdays at 5 on MeTV 19.1. Now, WZMQ 19 News First Warning Weather with Ariane Stasek.
We're a little bit cloudy over in Ironwood all the way up to Houghton. Still got some clear skies out there this evening, but we will expect mostly cloudy skies overnight, and those temperatures still in the 40s for the most part this evening. We'll drop down into those 30s for sure, though. Winds primarily coming out of the south. We'll see a little bit of a direction change here, and I just want to point out these gale warnings, watches, and alerts that are going on. Lake Superior basically has this watch going on until Friday morning, 9 a.m., but we could see some very big waves there, as well as down on Lake Michigan. So if you are thinking about going out on the water, maybe think again. We do have winds picking up on Thursday, but before we get there, sunny Wednesday. Looking forward to that. And those temperatures still staying fairly warm, 45 to 55, and then maybe close to 60 on our Thursday. So gust outlook, like I mentioned, most of those winds coming out of the south currently, and then we're going to calm on down a little bit. Winds coming out of the west for the most part, doing kind of an S wave, and then we'll see some changes here on our Wednesday. But again, mostly westerly winds. Could see a northwest wind or two. Thursday, again, coming from the south, and look at these gusts, maybe 44 miles an hour. Expect some bigger gusts, especially along Lake Superior. We could exceed 45 miles an hour. As of right now, though, that seems to be the limit that we're going to see. So precipitation, I know it's not out there right now, so not a whole lot to talk about with the radar that we're seeing. No rain showers or snow showers yet. Okay, so mostly cloudy skies, and then lots of sunshine. Those clouds clearing out by 9 a.m. and then some clouds moving in overnight. Thursday, we could have mostly cloudy skies. Again, those winds picking up. 6 p.m. we'll see a little bit of rain showers moving across mostly the north to southeast portions, and then a mixture there in Gogebic County, maybe some snow showers moving in, especially overnight. Everybody could see some snow showers. Wednesday, we are looking at an average about 42 degrees there at 7 a.m. So not quite snowsuit material, but it'll be a little chilly. Partly sunny skies, and then into that 53-degree average by the end of the day. Lots of sunshine. Our 7-day outlook for Marquette, we'll see those breezy conditions like we've talked about on Thursday for Ladies' Day out here in downtown Marquette and Ladies' Night. A high of about 57 degrees. Our evenings, though, are going to be really chilly, and then we've got a major drop on Friday pretty much for everybody. We'll see a high of 38 degrees. Chances of rain 30% here on our Saturday. Will dry up, and then, yes, it is back. Some rain and snow showers expected mid next week. I've got your 7-day outlook for Escanaba as well as that hunting outlook coming up in 15.
Thank you very much, Ariane. The city of Negaunee is working with an arts organization to showcase some recent and upcoming improvements to downtown Negaunee. The Upper Peninsula Arts and Culture Alliance held a reception this afternoon to highlight some recent and upcoming infrastructure improvements downtown. Those improvements include new sidewalks, streetlights, and refurbished buildings for local businesses. Negaunee City Manager also led a tour of those improvements and spoke on their importance to the community.
Bring people to our community. It's going to have an area where people can socialize. It's going to bring more jobs, stabilize jobs, and bring new businesses to our community in downtown Negaunee.
The city also plans to begin construction on several new parks and green spaces this coming spring. Escanaba's Public Safety Department is making efforts to recruit new officers and work to retain the ones already on staff. This summer, the department was understaffed by 7 officers. But since then, administrators have sponsored new recruits to attend fire and police training academies. Escanaba Public Safety is also upgrading its tools and supplies to allow the current officers to better serve the community.
Our top goals is getting them the best equipment that we can get them. What's new for technology for law enforcement, we're doing upgrades on vehicles to allow them to have the best foot forward dealing with what they have to deal with.
The department recently purchased new up-to-date extrication equipment as well as body cameras for officers. A nonprofit business incubator in the Copper Country received over $4 million in grants to support local small businesses. The MTech Smart Zone received $750,000 from the U.S. Department of Commerce for advanced manufacturing and materials startups. Smart Zone also received $3.4 million from the Small Business Hubs program for restaurants, retail businesses, and entertainment venues. The goal of the grants is to develop the economy of the Keweenaw while attracting and keeping residents.
Diversify the economy and evolve the area into an area that is really a go-to destination for people who have high skills and can live and work anywhere in the world.
The MTech Smart Zone will work alongside the Keweenaw Economic Development Alliance to seek companies to partner with. A new report shows inflation is easing, and that could be good news for borrowers struggling with high interest rates. Christian Benavides explains.
It's getting cheaper to fill up as prices continue to drop. According to AAA, the national average for a gallon of regular unleaded has dropped 25 cents in just the past month. Good news for commuters like Yanni Pfeifenberger.
I get gas like twice a week, so yeah, it affects me quite a bit.
Lower gas and energy prices helped push down overall inflation in October to 3.2%. Better than the 3.7% year-over-year increase in September and a big drop from last year's high of 9.1%.
I think there is real relief coming to American households when it comes to prices of goods and of services.
Some of that relief is at the grocery store, where prices are up just 2.1%, close to historically normal levels. The October report does show rent up about 7%, but CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger says it appears that could be improving.
Some of the more up-to-date measures of rent and of housing show a much bigger slowdown in those prices than we are seeing in this report.
Policymakers want to see inflation drop to just 2%, and experts say that could take some time. The Federal Reserve has been raising rates to slow the economy.
While I believe that the Fed is done raising rates, they are going to leave these interest rates a little bit longer than probably most people would like to hear.
It's not clear how long that will be, but some analysts forecast the Fed could start bringing them down in the spring.
Despite improving prices in many categories, the price of insurance continues to go up. The latest inflation report shows car insurance has jumped more than 19% year over year. Still ahead tonight, fighting the flu. Why doctors say antivirals can help the youngest patients despite new data showing they're not prescribed very often.
Erickson Jewelers will host a buying event in Iron Mountain from November 13th to the 15th. Sell your valuables for immediate payment. Bring in your gold, diamonds, coins, watches, sterling silver, designer handbags, and more. See you Monday to Wednesday at Erickson Jewelers for a free, no-obligation offer from one of our trusted estate specialists. For a full list of what we buy, go to nationalrarities.com.
It's important to get a flu shot each and every year because flu viruses are constantly changing and immunity from the vaccine decreases over time. Flu vaccines are updated annually to work against that year's viruses. The best time to get your shot is in the fall, but getting it later can still help. Getting a flu shot lowers your risk of getting sick, and if you do happen to get flu, it's likely to be less severe.
The bathroom of your dreams is only a phone call away with BCI Bath and Shower. We can make your ordinary bath and shower extraordinary. This is not a cookie-cutter design. This is a complete custom build that will fit your every need. We have the best monthly programs in the industry with payments as low as $99 per month or no payments, no interest for 18 months with approved credit. Factory-trained, certified installers made in the USA and discounts for seniors and military. Call 800-304-6841.
Tonight on The Late Show. Why are we whispering? Colbert's New with Rachel Maddow. Tonight on CBS.
1 Adam 12, 1 Adam 12.
1 Adam 12?
1 Adam 12, 1 Adam 12.
1 Adam 12, Roger.
That's right. There's only one Adam 12.
I'll remember that.
5 days a week.
Adam 12, weekdays at 5 on MeTV 19.1. You're watching the award-winning WZMQ 19 News, live and local with Sarah Blakely.
Flu season is here, and we know the virus can make people of all ages very sick, including children. New research shows despite recommendations, many children at high risk for flu complications aren't receiving the right treatment. Michael George has more.
Antiviral treatments can make the flu less severe in children, but new research in the journal Pediatrics shows less than 2/3 with a flu diagnosis receive the medication.
I think it's important for parents to be aware that these antivirals exist, that they're safe and that they're effective, and that they may be helpful for their children.
Study author Dr. James Antone with Vanderbilt University Medical Center says when taken within 2 days, antivirals can shorten the duration of symptoms by about a day. Oseltamivir, or Tamiflu, is approved for children under 5 and is also recommended for all age groups. National guidelines say all children under 2 should get an antiviral, but the findings show just 37% are prescribed the treatment.
We know that these antivirals can prevent hospitalizations and complications in this very vulnerable age group. We know that children less than 2 have poor influenza outcomes compared to older children and adults.
Flu activity remains low nationally, but is picking up. Doctors say antivirals can also help prevent transmission. There can be some side effects.
For the most commonly prescribed antiviral, oseltamivir, it can cause a little bit more vomiting than children who don't have it. And there's a warning on the label for neuropsychiatric events. These events are very uncommon. It seems that both providers and parents seem to think they work less well than they actually do and have more side effects than they actually do.
Dr. Antone encourages parents to have a conversation with their pediatrician.
Children with obesity and asthma are at high risk for flu complications and are recommended to receive antivirals. Meanwhile, a resurgence of symptoms after taking the COVID antiviral drug Paxlovid appears to be much more common than originally expected. A new study at Mass General Brigham finds 1 in 5 patients who takes the drug experience Paxlovid rebound, which means after recovering and having a negative test, they experience rebound COVID and could be contagious for longer. Researchers stress that Paxlovid is still an important and effective way to reduce death and hospitalizations from COVID. Another new study shows getting vaccinated against COVID is more effective when you've already had the virus. The CDC looked at 17,000 students ages 12 to 19 in Utah and found those who were both vaccinated and had recovered from a prior infection were better protected from reinfection than those who only had one or the other. Researchers point out more research is needed on the impact of additional COVID boosters in children and adolescents. And researchers say for the first time, young people are more likely to vape than smoke traditional cigarettes. That's according to a new survey in JAMA that shows 56% of vapers ages 18 to 24 say they've never smoked traditional cigarettes. Experts warn even though health problems associated with vaping are less extreme than smoking, it is not harm-free. We are warmer and windy again for our Wednesday. Ariane has the outlook on the way. And showing your love for McDonald's with your footwear. The collaboration between the Golden Arches and Crocs in our final story after this.
When 2 celebrity-led teams
What is this?
face off.
We're going to say it's a horribly drawn turkey.
No, it's a horribly drawn swan. I don't know what a swan looks like.
In a game of quick draw.
Jump rope.
Jump rope is correct! 1, 2, 3, it's fast-paced family fun for all. Pictionary. Every weekday.
Pictionary, weekdays at 9 on WZMQ CBS.
Okay.
Getting ready, we all have our routine. Finding an outfit,
fixing your hair, and all the other little touches. Gum, check. Keys, check. Phone, check. But of all the things you remember to bring with you, naloxone could be the most important. It can reverse an opioid overdose. You can get it without a prescription in most states, and it's really easy to use. If you or someone you know is at risk for opioid overdose, naloxone could save their life. Keep it on you and at home. For more information about naloxone, visit cdc.gov/stop-overdose.
For more than 30 years, our community has come through, building affordable homes, making critical repairs, and building ramps for those who need a little help and a little hope. Habitat for Humanity volunteers produce amazing results treasured forever. You could be our next hero. Volunteers are needed to provide affordable housing in Marquette County. Join in, sign up, it's easy. Go to UpersUnited.com or use the QR code shown here. A public service message of Habitat for Humanity and WZMQ TV19.
Current temperatures in that 40-degree range. We even have a 50 out there or two. Houghton, 55 degrees. We'll expect those temperatures to drop at least 10 more. And then tomorrow, the big day for those hunters out there. Taking a look at Iron County, Menominee County, and Delta County, we'll expect those temperatures in the mid-50s by midday. Lots of sunshine. Those winds fairly calm, mostly coming out of the west, maybe up to 10 miles an hour. Those windy conditions, though, coming right back for Ladies' Day and night out. Across the board here, we'll look at temperatures in the 50s, maybe close to 60 for the day, and then around 7 p.m. we'll expect temperatures to drop down into those low mid-50s. 7-day outlook for Escanaba. A high of about 57 on Thursday. Breezy conditions, gusts up to 35, and then mostly sunny, fairly dry. Another temp drop there, 40s, and then that return of rain and snow next week.
Finally tonight, this one is for all you Crocs lovers out there. McDonald's and Crocs fans have been buzzing about a new brand mashup that could elevate any look. The collab will drop with a full line of shoes, socks, and charms beginning tomorrow around the world. From a classic clog with a McDonald's spin to a throwback limited edition collection inspired by the iconic McDonald's characters Grimace, Birdie, and the Hamburglar. The new shoes are designed to give consumers a way to live out their bold fandom every day. Just hop on over to crocs.com tomorrow to see all of the shoes.
Are you listening?
Yes. And yeah, I like that they said that they've got the socks that will go along with it, so you can wear your Crocs and socks. And get a little nugget charm.
When you were talking that you were going to share this story, my first thought was, is there a Hamburger one? I can't even say it.
The Hamburglar.
That's the one.
Yes, there is. There sure is. That's it for tonight. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
The wait is over. England Furniture's quick shipping is back at Kirkish Furniture. Choose your style and fabric and receive your furniture in as little as 30 days. Browse our in-stock selection or let our staff help you customize the perfect sofa or chair. Plus, 1 year free financing and free delivery.
Erickson Jewelers will host a buying event in Iron Mountain from November 13th to the 15th. Sell your valuables for immediate payment